And we win the Tour de France, Roubaix, Road Worlds, Cross Worlds, Mountain Bike Worlds, Downhill World Champs.
Think it's possible?
No, I don't think that's possible.
Proud here at the finish in Harrogate today. You guys are brilliant.
Tom is a pure winner.
Definitely a Tom Pidcock trait is just not giving a shit.
That was a cyclocross bike chain if ever I've seen one.
Tom is cheeky, confident, he's very ambitious and he just loves winning bike races.
It's Tom Pidcock!
I'm Tom Pidcock. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Leeds in Yorkshire.
So presents and big breakfast then before a ride on Christmas Day, yeah?
Beth says she wants to do them tonight,
Oh yeah, we can do that.
but it's 2 days before Christmas.
Great. Who's G and G?
Grandma and Grandad.
These are my parents' names on here.
Before you met him, what did you think Tom was like?
Cocky. Yeah, I think that's what most people think, don't they, when they're the outsiders, but they don't really know. He's total opposite. Huh? Yeah, can we set up?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I will.
You could sit on the back of the group if you wanted to.
It's only
But we're not waiting for you to get dropped.
Tom's really willful, has got a really strong personality. He always knows what he wants and then he's just determined to go and get it really and nothing much will stop him.
It's like a positive ball of energy.
Yeah, this one, look, Tom doing a pose, strike a pose.
That's in the middle of Paris, that is.
Yeah.
I think I got banned from riding in school. I think they just told me off for like doing wheelies and skids on the playground and riding too fast and This is a race when I was a little boy. But look at that, I've only just noticed that. I've got a fourth cat tattoo. Oh, that's awful.
If that kid knew what you're doing now and how many races and amazing titles you've got, what would he think?
He'd think, yeah, I know. Of course I'm going to win all those races. Yeah, I did my first race down south and yeah, I got beaten by Fifer Georgie, who's she rides for Sunweb now. So I think I started crying. And look at that, wheeling since day one, mate. This is national champs. And I was just smashing around this course.
Look, someone did that as well.
Hey, look how big my bum is there. Is that just a baggy chamois or what? I only started cross when I was maybe 14. Yeah, then Seth Smith put me on his team and then gave me the support and then took me to Belgium and then, yeah, it just escalated from there, I guess. And that first year I went to the Euros and was 8th and everyone was just like amazed that like a British rider was 8th in the cyclocross race.
Tom is really used as a guy who wins the races on his own all the time. In the younger categories, he was dominating the sport.
That's my World Champs one from last year. And the guy cut my chip out on my number and then cut my back. And then these are my shoes. They've got spikes in the sole in case it was icy at the Worlds. So I might actually need these again this year. That's 2014. First National Series, 12th. That one says first under 16, Isle of Man, ill rubbish.
So his first cyclocross world championship was obviously his first world championship and it was huge. You know, the media scrutiny had intensified a little bit and you started feeling, you know, really quite down about, not about that, but just down in general.
It's not all a bed of roses, it's hard work and sometimes you need to bring in outside help.
But then my head just started overthinking like everything. Like I was walking to school one day and then I thought, what's the point in riding a bike? And then what's the point in having a job? And then what's the point in having money? And then what's the point in like, what's the point in life, sort of? And then in my head, like that proper messed up my head. Yeah. Then I just had like low mood for ages and then like probably the whole time that I was second year junior, I reckon. Probably growing up I had to deal with and yeah, sometimes you just can't control what's going on in your head, so just gotta get on with it. Gotta get on with it though, haven't you? I didn't imagine it, so I didn't know how to feel when I won. And then we got 1, 2, 3 as VB riders in a cross race, so that was definitely my biggest achievement.
He'd managed to hold it all together and deliver as expected, and then I felt from then onwards it kind of had its own momentum. That was our job done at that point.
Mostly he's quite calm, but then when it comes to a race that he really wants to win, and he knows that he's gonna win, then he's really serious and like in his own space.
When was the last time you saw him like that?
Oh, last time, Paris-Roubaix. That was the best.
I trained really hard for that race. I wanted to have a proper good road season. I was sort of still finding my feet in how to undergo, as Kurt would say, a road race.
We were waiting at the end of Carrefour, and there's this little figure in the dust, and we could just tell it was Tom, and he just smashed the brake apart, just came through looking so strong. It's just amazing.
But at that race I didn't do a single thing wrong. I just played my cards right and yeah, managed to win. Oh yeah, the showers are really hot, like really hot. So you can't even stand under it for like a second. So you're like coming out with shampoo in your hair and stuff. But this is Lavernier when I face planted this wall here. I don't remember it. I was coming down the descent and yeah, hit a wall.
Smashed his knee up, smashed his face up. Concussion.
Got my little tooth in. I shouldn't be moving on my phone here because I had concussion, but I was so bored in hospital I didn't know what to do. I woke up like this, like my face was already stitched. Like my shape at Lavernier was like probably the best shape I've ever been in, so I think 2 weeks off, 2.5 week training, I won't be far off.
But by then he'd kind of moved on. He was then in recovery phase, thinking about getting back on his bike, the world champs. Yeah, that was, he just worked tirelessly to get well again.
I knew it was one opportunity to try and win a world title in Yorkshire, so I had to just do everything, yeah, every training session I had to do to the best I could. So.
From there we started a 12-day camp, and that was very hard for him, I think. It was only with myself, probably the hardest 2 weeks for himself. I had a strong confidence that it could lead to the win, so I was quite positive all the time. But I saw things from Tom that he's a human being, and that he had very difficult moments.
And Kurt's very matter of fact. He just tells you how it is. And he said, yeah, it's possible, you know. We've still got time. He's in fantastic shape before the crash. 2 weeks off will set him back, but it's not insurmountable.
Growing up in Yorkshire, sense of pride, I guess, that every Yorkshireman has. It definitely has made me into the person who I am today. The race was it was just like a normal race, obviously the Worlds. And then we hit the finishing circuit and the crowds were just unbelievable. And then we start sprinting, and then I scream at myself. And I don't think I've ever sprinted so hard in my life.
I thought he was going to win. It's just written all over his face, the disappointment. He came back across the road to where we were all standing, and he just broke down.
He was just stood there looking all forlorn, you know, mud on his face, blood dripping from his knee, you know, trying to hold it all together. And then he saw us, and none of us could hold it together after that point.
Under 23 world champion. What a wacky great crowd here at the finish in Harrogate today. You guys are brilliant.
think if I was 100%, I wouldn't have died in that sprint. But anyway.
I'm so proud, but proud in moments like that more than when he wins, to be honest, because to learn to cope with that disappointment after all he'd been through, I'm really proud of him when he can manage to do that.
I cried about 10 times after that race.
You can't help but be proud, can you?
A large part of the reason why we set up the team around him was to make sure when he was away, he had an environment that he could still be happy in and good people around him.
Kurt, who's your friend?
He's a good friend.
An old footballer.
Yeah.
Played football in Belgium.
What position?
Full forward.
He's full of shit.
Abby, what's he like during the race?
Very helpful, very kind.
Too many people are saying nice stuff about you, Tom.
Honestly, it's nothing wrong with it.
For comparison, Tom has 1,200 points and I have about 70.
Do you have any cooking tips?
No, I'm a bad cook. I don't think Kurt is any better.
Do your best Kurt impression, Tom.
In my opinion. That's not all Lavernier, is it? Yeah. All that one crash. This. Gnarly.
When we started working with him, there were so many people saying that he's cocky and he's always, I'm Tom, but he's not at all. He's the most respectful rider I've ever worked with.
Once he can choose his own race and his own lines, he rides as fast as anyone. Maybe only Van der Poel is probably a level higher at the moment. All the others, they're minimum the same or he's better.
All my ambitions now are like first for British riders, so it's sort of setting a precedent for British cross. The world is the goal, really.
Everybody thinks he's around for a long time, but when you look at his age, he's only 20, so he has all the time to win. In the cross, it's only a matter of time before he'll be against the best ones, able to compete with them, but he's also able to do it on the road. So he has a great career ahead of him, and he just has to keep cool, keep calm.
That was a hard race. Better than I've ever ridden the sun before though. Completely blew my doors off.
Well, look, it's just a weird day. I don't know, everyone has a bit of a weird feeling. Well, I do.
I feel restless.
See?
But then it's basically the technical zones, if you can ride them, it's day and night.
I think it's certainly a lot harder now. A lot more training and a lot more pressure, and just being away from home so much and not seeing my friends, but it's sacrifices you need to make your hobby your job.
He's away from his family, he's away from his friends. This was always going to be a transition winter where he's stepping up from under 23 and racing solely elite. And for Tom, who loves winning a bike race and crossing the line first, this winter was always going to be a struggle.
Today I think he had a good start, and then you see that he don't have his best legs. He finished 10th, still first under 23 in the super prestigious. I think the hopes were higher. Tried to find that condition that he had in Namur and in Overijse, and with that condition we need to get to the Worlds, and I think that will be possible if we can reset from this race.
You have to make sacrifices, even on Christmas time.
It's not me, is it?
What is he doing?
11th is shit.
He didn't want to have a chat, he didn't want to have a team meeting, he just wanted to go home, play Fortnite and win something.
Man's loading Fortnite thing up. Hello. Why are you not speaking then?
Yeah, he sets those levels and then when he doesn't meet them, he's disappointed. But then I think Tom really drives off that, off the shit results maybe, or that when he's feeling bad. that kind of pushes him on for the next thing.
Where are you?
In New York, going up a see-through bridge.
Are you going for the KO?
Yeah, boy.
I think I like the attention. Like, I pretend I don't, but when I don't have it, I'm not very happy.
But it's quite hard.
I like knowing that the harder you work off the bike means that on the bike in a race it's almost easier.
Oh!
Did you win? You just beat it by like 15 seconds.
My heart is 181. Bloody hell. Got a clutch the KOM jersey, haven't we? I'm the king of the mountains, mate, look.
What is?
On Zwift. Look, I've got the fastest time, mate.
Like, he's obviously the favourite to win today, and he should win, but with that comes a lot of pressure. Oh, I know he was quite nervous yesterday.
Oh, good now. He was a bit shaky to start with, wasn't he? A bit too nervous today. I don't know what was going on.
He did say to me though when he came past me in the warm-up, I'm stressed. So I'm not really sure why.
The problem with these races is you've got everything to lose, hasn't he? So if you win, it's normal. If you don't win, then it's a big story.
I wasn't nervous, I just wanted to do, you know, a good, like, not nervous in result, but I wanted to perform my best.
Quite right in the world. Was the former world champion, was the defending champion here. Taking it well. The only TRINITY Racing's Tom Pidcock.
We don't want to talk about the Worlds yet. Everyone is nervous because we know that he can, of course he can be on the podium and even win it. He has a good day. So we have to keep him happy the whole period now. Was it 3 weeks? You'll see when he's not talking a lot, then he's ready to win.
If he gets the medal, then it will be a success.
How am I feeling for Worlds? Yeah, today I was going good. Yeah, but I don't know.
Cross Worlds, innit?